Okay, and welcome back. You can see that we're in a different space now, obviously quite relevant to the current situation, making do with what we can work with. So I'm in the lounge, got a bit of space, a nice hard floor, plenty of wall space around me as well for further exercises and ball work activities as well. First one, we're just going to use our one ball, no racket. I'm just going to do a little bit of fast feet exercise. So just going to keep a rhythm, just go pushing on the ball, just little toe taps as we go from here, okay? And as you get more and more confident with that, you can see I've got a yellow cone, an orange cone and a red cone. And what I can do from here is I can keep my toe taps going. And then if I say yellow, I can then move the ball to the yellow, then obviously move it back to where I started from. And if I say red, I've now got to move to the side and then kind of move back and move it from here. And if I say orange, I've got to move it to the side again and then come back from here, yellow. And I go forwards, then come back again from here. So a really, really simple way to develop good footwork, good adjusting skills in a really, really tight space. A coordination exercise. Get the feet going. 1, 2, 1, 2. And keep that going. And now you've got to try and clap in front of you and behind you while keeping that ball going at the same time. Okay? Not easy, but once again, really controlling what's going on up here and what's going on down there. Okay? Next exercise, I'm going to pick myself out a chair. I need one ball, and what you're going to do is you're going to be catching the ball on this side with your right hand and on this side with your left hand. The chair is where you've got to throw the ball from. So if I'm going to catch the ball with my right hand, I'm going to throw it with my left, little adjusting steps, come back, and throw with my right, go round, then come from here again. So I've got to try and really control the throw up, which is, I suppose, quite good for the serve, to really get a feeling on controlling that release. And what we're looking at is those little adjusting steps and coordinating our movement around this space as best we can. All right, just a very, very simple, I picked up a chair. Could be a cushion, a pillow, whatever works best, but just to give yourself something to work around. You can see those little adjusting steps will link together nicely on a tennis court. All right. From there, I'll now take the chair back. So I'm going to find a bit of wall space. I found a little bit of wall space here, so this is perfect. Still just using my ball, and I'm just going to get into a push-up position, but I've just got to lift the ball up in the air and just try and keep this ball going and see how many in a row I can do without dropping the ball out of my hands. Okay, so from that position, nice bit of fun. You can obviously challenge your partner. So right, you've got 30 seconds, and how many successful catches can you do in a row from that push-up position? Okay, and obviously you can change, have a little breather in between, and then just see, maybe do a couple of rounds of that and see who comes out on top. All right. The next progression from that one would be to be facing the wall, still in a push-up position, and you're just going to throw the ball against the wall. Up as best you can. Same idea, just challenging yourself, pushing yourself, and see if you can develop some strength across the shoulders and your core, okay? With regards to all that, once again, challenge yourself. Challenge who you're going to be playing against. Challenge the whole idea of, you know, who can do the best exercise with quality, really, sometimes over speed. You know, quality sometimes will always, quality and speed are perfect, but I always want to see quality when we're practicing as best we can. All right, so now, ball and a racket, okay? To begin with, we're just going to get familiar. Some of us will be able tennis players on here. Some of us will be beginners. Whatever works best, we'll all apply different ideas for different standards. So very, very simple. Strings, racket ball, working together, okay? Linking this movement together. Strings coming from below the ball. Very, very, very quickly, very simple. Strings coming from below the ball and just working that nice control. If you find this easy, try doing it without moving your feet. If you find that really easy, try doing it on one leg. Okay, and just really try, we'll now change legs. And now just try and test yourself with little ball skills from there. Next one you can do, we're now going to create a rainbow shape. Okay, so the way we've got to do a rainbow is we're going to do it from our favourite hand to our least favourite hand. So to begin with, I'm just going to get confident working here on this changer. Then as I get more and more confident, I'm going to try and create this NHS rainbow that GLK Academy is doing a great 24-hour sports marathon for. And we're just going to try and create some rainbows with our favourite hand and our least favourite hand controlling the space, okay? Obviously, I am in a very small space. There's some expensive equipment around, but I'm feeling confident enough to control it. If you're not that confident, maybe go outside, find a driveway, back garden if there's a concrete area, and just kind of work with these areas from here. Okay, so we've just done a little rally with ourselves there, didn't we? We did a favourite hand to least favourite hand. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use different parts of the racket. Okay, we can go strings, other side of the strings, and frame, all with a bounce to begin with. Strings, strings, frame, strings, strings, frame, strings, strings, frame. If you're feeling confident, try doing it without a bounce, okay? Not easy, but if you're feeling confident, you can try and link that same exercise together without a bounce, okay? Now, next one. We see this at Wimbledon. The ball is running around, it's on the floor. What I want us to do, we're going to jog up to it, and we're going to pick it up with our feet, and we're going to try and bounce the ball and sidestep from side to side again. And when we get to the other end, we're now going to mouse trap it, side step back. I'm going to try and do my left foot on my left hand, and go up. So these are really good coordination exercises, you know, testing the other side of your body, the other side of your brain, trying to really work control and consistency. And link it across over here again, put it to the floor, roll up to it, pick it up again, and that's a nice little challenge for you to develop from there, okay? Next one of my personal favourites. A lot of kids enjoy this one because we can bring in some football with our ball skills, okay? So, what's going to happen, I've got my strings, I've got my racket, I've got my ball. Strings, then foot. Strings, then foot. Here we go, ready? Strings, and then foot. Challenge yourself. Right foot, left foot. Right foot, left foot, okay? Now try and bring in your racket strings, foot, racket strings, knee, good. Foot, and now knee, yes. And then foot, and then knee. Right, what about the change hands? Foot, and then knee. Oh, that's good. Right hand, right foot. Right hand, right knee. Left hand, left foot. Left hand, left knee. Got it. Right, okay, so a bit of footwork. Okay, we're now going to bring in the exercise that worked out there when we're going fast feet, and I said shoulders and then knees. We're now going to bring in head, shoulders, knees and toes, but with the ball, okay? So I'm going to start with the head, I've got to finish at the toes. So I'm going to keep the ball going. Head, good. Shoulders, tricky. Knees, yes. Toes, perfect, round. Right, other side now. Left hand, head. I've only got one head, so I need to change heads there. Now, shoulders, good. Now left knee, yes. Now left foot for a perfect full house. Got it. Okay, so coordination-wise, that's not easy. Developing your confidence. If you find that tough, by all means, do it with a bounce. Oh, little double header. So I'm going to start on the head. One, let it bounce. Good. Now go knee. Maybe I'll go shoulder this time. Then I'll go toes. So as long as I can link that all together, then obviously the more confident I get, I can then start bringing it all together from a head, shoulders, knees and toes pattern. All right, so next exercise, we're going to involve, if we can, 2 balls. Okay, I'm lucky enough to have 2 balls. You can, if you want, you could change it up. If you've only got 1 tennis ball, you could try and use anything else, a little mini football or anything like that works. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to have 2 balls. We're going to keep the same one going. Very, very easy. We're awesome at this by now. We can even move around. But this time, I'm going to try and bounce the ball as I move around. I've got to challenge myself as well. I don't want to stand there. Okay, but what I'm doing, I'm working my right side and I'm working my left side together. All right, so the whole idea here is I'm challenging myself. I'm getting both parts of the body involved. Why is that important? There's my forehand, there's my dominant right side. 2 hands, good loading position, left arm relying on that backhand. Coordination, both parts of the body. What's my right foot doing? What's my left foot doing? What's my right hand doing and what's my left hand doing? Trying to keep that coordination in place so we just know what our body's doing, and as we're moving to the ball, we've got an understanding of what my feet position is, what my loading position is like, and how coordinated I actually feel. Okay, good stuff. Right, next ball exercise. I call this mouse trap. Okay, we're going to try and keep this ball in the air. Okay, and we're going to lift it up and we're going to try and trap it as best we can on the surface. This can scratch your racket though, so be careful. Obviously, I recommend you do this one outside, not on some kitchen tiles. Okay, but you're just going to try and trap that ball as best you can up. Okay, and see how well you can follow. Obviously, you're just trying to follow it. Another one from here, from a trapping position, you know, just lift the ball up, and you can try cushion it on the strings. Push the ball up and cushion it on the strings. See how my racket almost cradles the ball. Okay, cradles the ball as I go up. Okay, for those people that find that sort of stuff pretty easy, challenge yourself, go into backhand slice mode. Okay, start developing some feel of working the strings down the back of the ball as you're just kind of playing the ball up. So continental grip, working the strings down the back of the ball. You can see the W on the ball spinning backwards. Okay, and that's the whole idea. Really develop some feel. We all practice our forehands all the time, but if we develop our backhand confidence, then suddenly we start developing feel for slice. Okay, I'm going to start slicing through the ball here. I can start working those strings down the back of the ball. I can start developing my feel on the drop shot on the backhand side. This would be quite a nice one if you're playing a match point and you play a little drop shot on the backhand side. Okay, also if you're feeling confident, challenge yourself again. Double-handed backhand, then a slice. Double-handed backhand, then a slice, okay? All those areas, just try and link together from there. But once again, you have to challenge yourself in these times. I know it's challenging enough, but you have to challenge the whole idea about, right, what can I do with this space? I can come really, really close and use this wall here and just hit some backspin. Okay, it's very simple. Hopefully mum and dad won't mind this. I've got a sponge ball. I don't live at home with mum and dad, by the way, just clearing that up. Okay, but just developing that sponge feel on the ball. Look at this. Now suddenly I can go on the forehand side, I can do that on the backhand side, but we're developing feel. Tennis, I can get anybody to go and hit a ball. It's how well you can feel and work a bit of craft on the slices and the drop shots and the spins. All right, really, really important. So once again, forehand slice, backhand slice, all the spins in the world. Just really control and have fun with what you can do with this ball. Okay, really important that you develop your confidence from there as you go. All right, next one, you need 2 balls. Not 1, but 2. Now, we're going to try and have a bit of space. We're going to try and keep 1 alive. Okay, when I feel ready, I'm going to try and bring in the other one. Okay, this is not easy, and when you're next to a television, it gets even more difficult. Okay, but the whole idea there is to really think fast, control. Obviously, the harder you hit something, yes, you're going to have more time because the ball goes up in the air, but is it going to land where you want it? So really, really important to have some control and some Nice little exercises from there. Right, next one, we're going to go working with the wall exercise again, but we're going to try and link together two different styles of shots. And we're going to try and give ourselves a target to see if we can land the ball in there from going from one shot to another. Just bear with me for 10 seconds. This is my wonderful bucket. Okay, I'm going to place that next to that wall, off my favourite wall. It's about, this wall at the moment is not as wide as my racket, so I haven't got a lot of space to work with, so I'm testing myself, which is important. You've got to test yourself, okay? Some stuff can be easy, therefore we lose interest. Can I challenge myself? So this wall is thinner than this racket width, okay? So to begin with, I'm just going to try and first of all work some forehand slices against the wall, and then from that position, I'm obviously controlling first and foremost. Some of you might struggle just to kind of work in this smaller space. By all means, find a bigger wall if that works. Now, what I'm going to try and do is try and go from a nice forehand slice, if I'm under pressure digging that ball out, so a nice forehand drop shot. Oh, I hit the rim of the bucket to begin with. So, from that position, you're going forehand slice. This is chopper grip work, continental grip. You're punching through the ball, leading with the front edge of the racket, sliding the strings down the back of the ball, then the ball flight changes, and then it goes in the bucket, then jumps out the bucket, I promise.